going on? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome back. Ugh. Alright, we about to get active. Alright, let's get right on into the video, guys. Alright, first things first, let me check out my retainer. Second thing second, we're gonna mark up the previous day's highs and previous day's lows. So now that we have the previous day's highs, previous day's lows, we're gonna slowly start to mark everything up. So we're gonna start with making the daily, the 12 a.m. open. And as you can see, at the 12 a.m. open, when we trade it into this 15-minute order block that we have right here. Oh, we didn't even trade into it actually. But we traded into this order block, and do we trade into 35,250? We came close to trading at 35,250. So this could potentially be the high of the day. So that's something I'm going to keep in mind. Potentially. So we still gotta wait, but I also see that we traded into 35,250, or at least almost tapped into 35,250, which is a mid-figure level. Just like that, I'm gonna make this one black since it's a mid-figure, not a big figure. Next thing, I'm also going to draw my fib from this high to this low. Why? Because I know that if we plan on having a possible continuation to the downside, I know more than likely that this is going to be a London continuation move, and we will continue to probably target this lower time frame here. Now I'm going to slowly make my way to higher time frames, and I also see that we have this 30-minute bearish order block right here. So there's a lot of reason for me to believe price is trying to make its way to the downside right now. Next thing, I'm going to be marking up the Asian session range, just like this. Gonna make it orange. And now we have our basics. Overall, what's going on? So more than likely, I'm going to be anticipating price to have this push to the downside to target the previous day's low, just based off of how market structure is looking right now. And now let's look at where price could potentially be targeting. We have 35,000 big figure level right here. And then we also have, what other big figure levels we have around here? We have 34,800 down here, which is also somewhere that price could potentially be reaching for, but only time will tell. So we're just going to be patient right now. We're going to wait. And then we also have 35,200, which is right in here. 35,200. So there's a lot of reason to believe why price is more than likely going to be anticipating a down push. If not now, then by the New York Open, which is NYSE Open. So that's something we could be waiting for and possibly anticipating. So as of right now, I'm going to be bearish more than likely. So we're going to see what we could possibly look to do today. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Take a screenshot so I can put this in the Telegram chat. Alright, so we got these potential shorts. Now let's make our way on to the higher time frame. Based on the daily, we are going to look at it like this. Get this off. I'm going to pull my fib from this low down here, the start of this major move, to this high. I see that we are currently respecting the 62% of this fib. We also are rejecting 35,000 level. So there is a chance we could still be anticipating price to have this push to the top side. So that's something I will keep in mind. But I am also keeping in mind that the last few days have also been very bearish. So it would make sense why price can more than likely continue with this downtrend to at least look to target these lows here. But the Asian session high taken out, so next target will be more than likely this Asian session low, which is at 35,000. So that's something I'm going to be waiting for. And as of right now, we are in that time zone to be taking our trade, but I will be waiting for price to at least come a little bit higher so I can at least try to get in maybe on a possible retracement. Get close as possible to 35. Sorry guys for the yawn, I'm tired today. was higher, but that don't stop the grind. We're still here. So that's really it for that. Another thing I could possibly be anticipating is if price, I wouldn't even count this low today being the low, just because of what time it was made, 4:15 in the morning, which is not something I would ideally like to see. I would rather see price continue lower. Let's check the weekly. The weekly's approaching this. I do want to say I'm bullish, but at the same time, I'm more bearish just based off of what the market is showing me right now. If I was bullish, let's say pull my fib from this low, yesterday's low, to the high right here. You can see we already had this rejection, and so there is a chance we could keep on pushing if we do continue to reject, but only time will tell. And as of right now, I'm just gonna wait. So from this low to this high right here, we did tap in this fib and make that low. So there is a chance we could potentially even come down, reject this order block to potentially keep on going higher also. So there's two scenarios that we could potentially be watching out for. But right now we're just going to be patient, and overall we're still in this big range. So just based off of higher time frames, we are bearish on the daily. The last few days have been bearish, but we do got to keep in mind we are at this big level here, and we did have a lot of reaction before. So let's just see what we can do. Just be patient about it. But while I wait for the open, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. So give me like 4 minutes. I'll be fast. boys, I'm back. Ugh. See what happens. Let's see what happens. I'm still waiting for this potential retracement a little bit higher. Let's see if we gonna get it. Where's my mouse at? My mouse like died. There we go. Alright, but yeah, I'm waiting for to see if price could potentially even start moving a little bit higher. Because I would rather short as close as possible to this 35,200 level, if possible. Only time will tell. Let me actually check the 4-hour time frame. 35,000. There's still a good room to potentially keep on going lower. But based off the 4-hour, it is showing a willingness to potentially even go higher. So that's something I will keep in mind. Where is this at? 35,100. 35,100. Let me mark that up. We got 35,100 here, which is a big figure level, but it's not one of my main ones, so I'm gonna make this one black also. We'll see. We will see. If this 35,100 is also in confluence with the 50% of this Asian session range, yes, in this general area. We will see. The last one closed bearish, but we did break the high, but we did break the low too, and we did reject once we came even lower. So I don't know. Are we gonna be bullish today? We're gonna be bearish. I would want to see price become a little bullish, but NAS is kind of pushing also. 4-hour on NAS is bullish. NAS is having a way bigger expansion from the 15,000 level than US 30 is from 35,000, so that's something I'm also going to be keeping in mind. Hour time frame. Might just have to wait till the open type of thing. It's real iffy. I want to see price come lower, but I would rather see price have a small retracement to the top side so I can possibly get in a little bit higher, then drop lower. Got to stretch. We'll see. Right now, price is dropping, so right now everything's more than likely going to continue bearish, depending on how this 30-minute candle closes in 6 minutes also. So we will see. Are we going to trade down here, then potentially get this push higher, or are we going to go to this high, trade to this high, and then come back lower? Only time will tell right now, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, something I also got. I'm looking at this is 15-minute order block right here. So there is a chance that we could push above, push higher, clear these highs right here, and then potentially continue with that trend downwards. So that's another possible short setup I'm gonna be potentially looking for. But right now, just being patient. Hop on the 5-minute. Price is slowly falling, so let's just keep all that in mind. Now we're coming down to these potential fibs longs, so we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. This is about, yeah, 35,100 general area down here. So we'll see how price reacts, how we withhold this order block. draw it from this 5 minute. I think this is clean. Could potentially come down, clear these lows, get the liquidity below them, tap into 35-100 potentially, hold this fib long for a potential long scenario. And then we had the 50% of the Asian range down here, which was already respected at one point during early pre-New York. So we'll see what happens, honestly. I want to say I'm bullish, but at the same time, everything is showing me that I'm more likely going to be bearish. But then I look at NAS, and NAS is falling also, though. So we will see. I'm only going to look to go short if we can get another retracement to around 35-200. I'm not going to short just to short. So I'm going to be patient. Whatever happens, happens. So I'm either going to let price come a little bit higher, then short, or delete that, or I'm going to let price come a little bit lower to potentially anticipate a long situation. But as of right now, price is showing the willingness to move lower, so we just got to wait right now, honestly. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we're dropping now. We're dropping. We're trading within this 15-minute order block now. So let's see. Let's see how price reacts. We got about probably like 3 minutes until the open now. Not much time, but enough to show us what is likely to be anticipated. Yeah, we're getting a reaction, slowly rejecting. Let's see. I'm trying to see if we can at least get down to 50% of this order block here. If we can get to there, then I know there's a high chance if we start to reject, that price will continue to go higher. And then from there, I'm gonna have like about a 50 pip stop loss. 50 pips is kind of a lot. I think 35 would be good in my opinion. All right, but yeah, I'll probably use like a 30. All right, get that, change the lot size. But let's see. We are rejecting. Came touch the 62%. Now we're rejecting this 35-130 area, which is a higher time frame fib. So part of me does want to get in here, anticipating price will move higher. So that's what I am gonna do. Gonna get in for this buy, anticipating price to move higher. After we claim almost clear these lows, I'm gonna have about a 35 pip stop loss, which would be right here. And this would be my first move. This is the only buy scenario I'll be looking to take, and I'll be looking to ideally take out these highs up here, which could give me a potential 1 to 3 trade. But let's see what happens. If this setup does not work out, then I will then anticipate a possible short. But as of right now, I do think price has a likelihood of pushing higher. So let's see what we can do. Set my stop loss in place. Stop loss is going to be right above 31,100, which would be about right. I'll say like right here. Move the stop loss there. Where's that on the 15 minute? All right, but oh yeah, that's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Hold on, let me Let's see this. Let's get to that TP1. Almost at that TP1. Oh yeah, we flying right now. Come on, almost at that TP1. Oh yeah, this was a nut of a candle. I'm keeping in mind that we are about to tap into 35,200. So once we get to 35,200, I will be breaking even. Once we get to this TP1. Come on. Come on. Clear them highs. As long as we can clear them highs, I'll be perfectly fine with breaking even. I just need to clear these highs to get to my 1-to-1. It's actually a little bit more than a 1-to-1. So actually, I am going to break even this. I just had my stop loss in a bad place. This is 1-to-1. We are up 46 pips. So as of right now, I am break even. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Oh yeah, we flying now. Oh yeah, stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Come on, reach for these highs. Once we get to these highs, I'm going to be taking my first partial. Oh yeah, stop playing with your boy. Clean trade. Clean trade. Right at the open. Come on, clear these highs. Clear these highs. Clear these highs. Just like that. Get that screenshot. Take my partial. I just took my first partial for about 2.2%. So, good little trade. Yeah, one candle, we got 100 pips. Oh yeah, that was a clean trade right there, my boys. I have a runner at this point, but this was a clean one. Targeted right at that 35,250 area. Cleared these highs. But this was a nice move. This ended up not being the high of the day, but I had a feeling that we were going to try to have this push. After I seen that on this lower time frames, we came back to this fib short, and we did have this 4-hour that was pretty bullish. So this was a clean trade in my opinion. And there's still a good chance that we can run even higher. Where would I be looking to target? Next big figure level will be 35,300. So we'll see what can happen. Right now, I'm out of this. I'm in this trade, but I'm out of my full position. I took majority profit already, so we're just letting it go. Just found your videos yesterday. First time at the live session. Thanks for doing these sweet analysis. Appreciate that, bro. Hopefully, you enjoyed that little US 30 trade, 100 pips, 100 points in a matter of a minute. Nah, that was a clean ass trade right there. I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna see where it goes. From here, anything can happen. I'm already out of the trade, but you can see target that 35,250. If we come to a little bit of a higher time frame, you can see that this really just engulfs this whole area. That's the power of having just understanding market volatility and understanding how the market, what it wants to reach for. I knew there was a lot of liquidity above here. I knew that the higher time frames were showing me that there was a potential that we could have a bullish push. And just like that, in one candle, we had a 100-pip move. Crazy. And now we're slowly starting to rejecting. Rejecting, still staying below 35,200. So there is a chance that we could still keep this downwards long-term trend. Like I said, we are on the daily. If we go to daily, everything is pretty bearish, but we did come up, almost fill in this little gap from the previous wicks. So there is a chance that price could continue just to move lower from here. So I'm going to take another partial while I can, just a small partial of about 30 pips, because that's how much I'm up right now. Took another 30 pips off. Anticipation that if this runner gets stopped out, it's not really going to affect me. But as of right now, I'm just going to let it run. If it stops me out, stops me out. But as of right now, from the way price is moving and how it's staying below 35,200, I think the likelihood of price rejecting is going to be far, far more likely than unlikely. But we'll see. I'll leave it. I'll stay on for another maybe 5-10 minutes. But from the way this is looking, it looks like it's just gonna be a clean drop down. Yeah, it looks like it's about to come stop me out, but that was a clean trade right there. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Not gonna lie. But how much was this trade for? Target was 35. I had about a 35 pip stop loss. 1 to 3.2. Oh yeah, we're so possibly rejecting. I'm just gonna let it do what it does. But I pay attention to how right before we had this move, we came down and cleared these lows and tapped into 62% and tapped into this overall order block. We did come close to tapping into the 50% of it here, but as you can see, it wasn't, the willingness wasn't really there. So it just started to push, and I did see that. I had a feeling price was going to continue to try to push higher after I seen that we were rejecting once we were starting getting close to the open. So that's something that I am keeping in mind. But right now, we're up about 35 pips still. Majority of it's all out now, so it is what it is. But damn, I don't even think I got a before picture on this. That's how fast it happened. That was fast ass move. Original bias was bearish, but sometimes this is too clean and obvious. Clean low to trade right here. This could end up being the low of the day potentially. This high did get taken out, so that is something I am keeping in mind. And it does look like price is going to continue to try to move lower. I am going to leave this runner, but I am going to take this off just because the runner isn't really going to matter to me at this point. If it gets stopped out. And if it keeps on running, it's not going to make me a whole bunch. It's not going to make me a lot just because it's a like 1% runner. But that was a clean low trade right there, guys. Clean low trade. Here, matter of fact, I'm going to put it back on there just so I can. Let me go to say the 1 minute. I'll say 5 minutes. I'm just trying to get a screenshot. But that was clean, very clean. Targeted right at 35,250. Look how it came to it, right to the pip. That's all I'm like. If you guys learn anything from this, just learn what I do, if that makes sense. I show you guys everything for a reason. I show you what I do so you guys can learn from it. That's really all I'm on here trying to teach you guys. If you can learn from my mistakes and learn from my wins and losses, that's all I care about at the end of the day. But as of right now, I'm going to show you guys actually journaling a trade, how I would journal a trade. So I'm going to switch my screen over to Google real quick so I can show you guys these trades. Why can't I see it? There we go. All right, so this is what I would do. I would put today's date, which is the 20th, US 30, the pair that I traded. The setup, this was a bullish London continuation. Would I say London continuation? I would say bullish London continuation, yeah. Bullish London continuation. The confirmations I had, I would put, we were buying below the 12 a.m. open. Did we buy at the 50%? We bought damn near close to the Asian range 50%, but I'm not going to say that. We had this false break. Let me change the indicator. We had this false break. That was right here. Cleared these lows. We had the fib long. Order block rejection. Fib long. And then we also tap into this order block right down here. Tapped into this 15-minute order block that we have right here. And that's where price ended up pushing from. Yeah, price is dropping right now after rejecting 35,200. So getting stopped is going to be imminent. But we had the false break, the fib long, bought below the 12 a.m. open. And we also were buying at a specific time also. So that's something you guys want to keep in mind. We didn't buy at a big figure level, but we did target big figure levels. If we did have this Asian rate 50%, that would have been our last confirmation. But as you can see, we didn't get that. So the P&L, it was a green day. the risk reward, it was a 1-3 trade, and on this trade I was able to make it back with taking partials and everything 2.2%. So I'll put 2.2% just like that. I'll put the screenshot of the trade, and then I will put notes. So what would I say? This was a clean trade. Analysis was free and took only one trade. Replicate. And when I say replicate, these are situations where I'm telling myself that I want to be able to replicate trades like this. So that's really it for the journal part. As you can see right now, price is slowly starting to move higher again, so we'll see. If we get to 35,250, I'll potentially just look to scale out the majority of it again at about 100 pips, just so I can get that off, and then I'll just let the rest run at that. Not even let the rest run, I would just probably take that runner off, but I don't think we're gonna be holding 35,200 for too much longer. That's why part of me just wants to potentially take off the runner, but at the same time, it's not really gonna affect me if I take the money out or if I don't take it out, just because of how small it is. But at the end of the day, oh, it's pushing now. Oh yeah, it's pushing. If we can clear this high again, I think that would be a good area for me to potentially take off my trade and just let it do what it do, because we will be tapping back into this fair value gap fill right here at 35,267, which is about right here. So if we can get above the 267, then I will be looking to take off all of it off. Come on, just a little bit higher, and I'll be taking it off. Just a little bit higher. Come on. Come on. Just a little bit higher, It is rejecting 35,250. It's going to be a hard one. Come on. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to see. Alright, I'm going to take off the rest of my runner at 112 pips. So just with that, now I'm up 2.3% for the day with this trade. Crazy trade. But just like that, guys, in and out. Some days are good, some days are bad. Today was a good day. Do you do these live broadcasts every day? Yes, sir. Every day, my boy. Every single day. Yeah, that was a clean little trade, guys. Just a little good example. This was a 1-3. This is a 1-3.8 now, but it's running. But by the time I took off my majority of my profits in all total with this trade, I was able to make 2.3%. So risking 1% is a pretty valid trade in my opinion. Worth the risk. And you can see it was a very explosive trade. The whole trade happened in a matter of one candle, which is crazy. But that's really it. So I already did my journal. I already did everything I needed to do. So now what I'm going to do is remove drawings. Just like that. Come over here. Remove drawings. And just like that, I'm done. No need to stay on here. Now it's time to get productive in all other aspects, such as I'm going to go to the gym and we're going to get active in there. But as of right now, I'm done trading. Made my percent for the day. Did what I had to do. Now I'm on to the next. So if you guys appreciate this video, if you were able to learn anything, make sure you comment below that you did. And also make sure you go watch the previous video that I have, the announcement and daily range video, because I have an announcement in there for you guys on a possible new trading series that I might bring to you guys starting next week. So just let me know. But on that note, I'm going to end it off here. If you're able to learn something from this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you stay motivated.